welcome back to Lifelight Wisdom. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I still have this spread with the Celtic cross, and I'm just feeling of doing some readings for you guys with the Celtic cross. And to start, I will be throwing a dice in order for us to figure out what the topic might be for today. So this is the planets chart. So what area of our lives do we get a read on? Okay, so this is Venus, so love and pleasure. More than that, like, I think, is it love that's calling to me? Love, yes, and then pleasure. Okay, pleasure in terms of like indulging ourselves and giving ourselves permission to act in the way that we see fit. Okay, so like it's more like instinct, okay, is what I'm hearing here. So for this, I think I'm gonna use, what deck do I use? What am I feeling like? Let's go ahead with Unveiled Tarot, or should we do the fairy tale one? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead with the Unveiled Tarot, and it's very communicative, and I like it. Let me just bless it with the Palo Santo. Okay. What's this? 10 of Cups. Like right off the bat, this is the message. Like a love, that great love, is coming in for you. This is the energy here, but it's like we found love in a hopeless place. You see the background here is like a decrepit place, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say ghetto, is that, I don't know if that's politically correct, but that's like a little bit of like a seedy place, like a little bit of a shady place. And then you have here like a family, like the rainbow. So it's really like finding love. Like that song was what came to mind when I saw this card, is that we found love in a hopeless place. So right now, I think the energy is a little bit of like, how do you say this? Like a little bit of losing hope, or not losing hope, but it's like the situation is not ideal right now for love to flourish, based on your perspective. Like you're seeing life like, oh, it's too gray, but at the end of the rainbow here, or like at the end of this journey, is you will find that love. You will find something worth living for, worth fighting for. Doesn't have to be romantic love per se, but like just love all around you. It can be self-love, it can be, you know, it can be loving others, like providing service to others. And I'm also like thinking about how we can expand our perspective on love, or like reframing the things that we learn about love. Okay, so let's see the present situation. Now keep in mind, this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate with everybody, so please take it as it resonates. If it doesn't, you don't have to fit it where it doesn't fit, you know. So leave the rest if it doesn't resonate for you. Okay, that might be a message for someone else. Okay, what calls? Two of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. It came out for that, so I'm gonna put that together. Recent past, please. For me, the root cause is always like the subconscious as well, and the things that are kind of hidden from us, like things that we're not aware of, but is actually guiding our actions. It's just the mat is a little bit different with the naming of the different parts of the Celtic cross. Recent past, the puppeteer. this has been coming out this has come out in a love reading as well. I will see the guidebook after, but I'm just gonna go by how I feel. This is an extra card here. In this particular deck, there's also the mob, but I'm just gonna go with how I feel. Message from above, or what is your consciousness actually? Where is the consciousness at? What are you thinking of right now? Thank you. Death, Ace of Swords. Okay. New beginnings, definitely new beginnings. What's the likely immediate future based on current energies, please? Oh, the world. Yeah. I was also like drawn a little bit to the shadows, internal, your thoughts and feelings. But I might need to clarify. Please clarify this one. Thank you. The Emperor. Yeah. Taking charge. That was what came into mind, like being solid with the plans, like following through with the plans, and was confirmed by Emperor. External factors or other people's thoughts and feelings. It can be that other people's thoughts and feelings, or it can be external factors or the environment you find yourself in. So it's kind of like how you are being reflected in the environment around you. Okay. Ten of Cups, Seven of Swords. This is a little bit conflict, right? Okay. I think I might need to clarify this. Please. External factors. Yeah. Hopes and fears, please. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I used the Pop Tarot for like my last reading last night. Okay. Because I was drawn to do a love reading a few days ago, but I didn't act on it, so I acted on it last night, and I used the Pop Tarot. And now I'm using, for this love reading, I'm using the Behind the Veil Tarot, and the Queen of Pentacles keeps showing up. It's really all about like gaining that stability within yourself as well, and like finding your worth. Potential outcome, please. Five of Wands. It's a little bit of conflict, right? Let's see. Clarify. Two of Wands. This is a conflict for what? Five of Cups. Okay. I think there's a grief as you move on to bigger and better things. Yeah, that's the conflict here, is like whether or not it's good to actually let go and leave the things that you are leaving behind, but we'll get to that. Okay, just one more, please. I need one more. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. For the past, the Devil, Puppeteer, Queen of Cups. Okay. Alright. So, this also came out last night in a different deck. Oh, but that was for like your expansion and prosperity reading. But Six of Swords here, the current situation is like you are in the process of moving away from something that has been really difficult within you, like internally for you. That has been, the challenge has been really to dissect everything that you've been through, your experiences, your emotions, and to be kind of honest with yourself, I'm hearing like to be unbiased with your experiences. And it's like you do not want to overestimate what you have learned, but you also do not want to underestimate what you have gone through in your life. But you have been in very much in the space of getting free from the things that have been controlling you, maybe whether that's consciously or subconsciously, but it's more it's speaking more of shadows here with the puppeteer. And then it's kind of funny because like the devil card clarifies this puppeteer card, and in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, the devil is like the machination card, like that's like the controlling card. So it's being controlled by your shadow, or like being controlled by certain addictions, being controlled by the ego, being controlled by like trauma. And yeah, so but right now it's like what happened is like you had the courage to look inside yourself and to work with your feelings, work with your emotions within yourself, in order to look beyond and to plan ahead, in order to kind of chart where you are going. That's what I'm hearing. It's like to chart where you're going, chart the waters, like see like chart the voyage, you know, like to launch the voyage is what I'm hearing. Okay, like when you say a charter, right, like you have like you have permission to go on a voyage and something like that. But like this, you have really gone so deep inside yourself to kind of understand what your triggers are, and you have mastered it, because this is the Queen of Cups. You have mastered the emotions that you might have been addicted to. When I say emotions that you're addicted to, some patterns that were not serving you, some limiting beliefs that were not serving you. Okay, so that's how we can look at it, because the subconsciously, you know very much that this, like where you've been from, that situation that you're walking away from has been such a burden to you, and it's not easy. For me, the Ten of Swords is usually an ending, right? But it's an ending after so much betrayal, like literally being stabbed in the back. But in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you have like the rising sun, and I'm just seeing the sun with the Ace of Pentacles right here. Okay, but it's a new dawn for you. Okay, you are like in the space of the Two of Pentacles is a little bit like a liminal space, like you're in the in-between, and I'm telling you that the cycle is actually almost finished. Okay, usually I go like this, like it's like a sign of the cross, you know, like consciously and then subconsciously, and then from the past to the future. But we'll work what we got. Like it has numberings here, but consciously, you know, and you understand, like it's coming into your consciousness and into your understanding that okay, some things are ending, but some things are also beginning. So it's a lot about making plans, making ideas, working on the visions that you have for yourself, planning a lot, because of course it is right now in a liminal space, but you won't be staying there for long, because in the immediate future, you have learned the lessons that you need to learn in this particular learning cycle. Okay, if it's like a semester, you remember, it's like this, when you go to college, like every year, it's kind of like the same thing, like there's a cycle to it. It's a cycle of 4 years, and whatever it is that you needed to learn within this cycle in your life, it has come to a completion. It is coming to completion. Okay, let me just clarify this, and actually this comes after, as I've said, like a period. I've been reiterating this in a lot of the readings. If you try to see my readings chronologically, I've been saying this a lot, like the theme was a lot of resting, a lot of pause, but it's a lot of delay, what feels like delay, or like what feels like stagnancy, and what feels like, but that was divinely, that was kind of a divine intervention for you, because it has to be like, you know, it's like pulling an arrow, like you kind of draw it back in order for it to launch forward. That is the energy that I'm sensing here with the world and with the Six of Wands. You have been very patient as well. Okay, now the advice for you internally is, so this is your thoughts and feelings. Now you want to take control of your life, right? Like you want to manage your life, you want to strategize in your life. Now the advice for you is, I guess, to seek opportunities right now. Seek opportunities. What am I hearing? It's to seek what lights you up. Okay, and this is just like iron fist as well, like iron fist. Be very firm with what it is that you want. What I'm hearing here is like, don't let go now, or like don't drop the ball now, you know. Don't, it's like, if it's like holding the line, don't drop it now, because you're so close, you are so close. Because externally it's like there is that conflict visibly, wherein you're like, oh, nothing's really happening. It's like I'm in a no-win situation. You're, as I've said, you're in a very liminal space at the moment, but the thing is, like, you are working towards this 10 of Cups energy. This came out first of all in a love reading, like we threw the dice and it said love and pleasure, and you're in that very liminal space of like not seeing the fruits of your labor, and it's like it's seemingly like a no-win situation for you. It's like, okay, like I'm not really seeing the progress of what it is that I'm trying to manifest, but this is a period of strategizing. And there's like the moon here. I was drawn to the moon. This is chess, so it's like the universe, like some higher power who's controlling the chessboard, is strategizing for you to get to that point that you want to, where you want to arrive at the best time possible. And there might be some things that are hidden from you. Now there's like there's two figures here that are blindfolded. The challenge here is like, this is self-imposed. Eight of Swords is like self-imposed restriction, or like not seeing. This is like being restricted, but like you can escape if you want to, you know. It's not just being dissected, but it's like being able to get out of a bind of your own making, only because you're not seeing it from another perspective. And that's, I think, where spirit is guiding you and like trying to tell you that no, you just have to reframe the situation. Things might not be so obvious for you right now, because as I've said, and I will reiterate, that it is a very liminal space. It's the in-between. But because like when in the in-between, there would be still like that how do you say this, like that remnants of that shadow. This shadows right here, they are going to catch up to you, you know, like they're going to have that like last dying breath kind of fight in order to survive within your system. But what I'm seeing here is that you are moving away from that, so you are in a very good place. This is, how do you say this, this is like withdrawal. You see, there's withdrawal. These are addictions, right? Like you are addicted to certain patterns in your life, like you are addicted to certain models, or you're used to certain models. It will take some time for you to kind of like completely get rid of it. It doesn't do like that, but it, like healing is not linear. It doesn't completely disappear. Say for example, with an ex, for example, you can like, the feelings doesn't go away overnight, right? Sometime, oh, there's the sun. There's the sun. Because I was saying like this was like the sun as well. But as I've said, you're moving towards your happiness. You've done the healing. And as I've said, like with, for example, with an ex-partner, it like the emotions, like healing from a breakup, for example, you are not going to completely get rid of all that emotions, just like that, because your body has been used to, or like is habituated to a certain way of responding to certain stimulus. And I guess right now that is where it's at. It's like a withdrawal period from this. And what I'm hearing here is like, be kind to yourself in this moment in time. Be understanding with yourself, because it's part of the process. It is part of the process. I understand that you want here to kind of like rush or like take control of the healing process, or like completely, oh, I'm healed now, like to say and mean that you are healed now. But forgive yourself when there are times where it's not, you're not quite there, or like sometimes you feel like you would backslide. It's just that withdrawal period. But the thing here is, you're very self-aware. What I'm seeing here is like, you're very self-aware about where you're at, and that you are understanding that this is a liminal space, and these are just like the shadows trying to catch up with you and trying to survive with you. But being aware of it and like naming what you're going through I think is very helpful. Okay. And your hopes and fears is like being the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen is like going inward. The question here is, it's more like a question here. What I'm hearing here is more of a question of whether or not you have actually gone deep inside to work on your inner stability. Okay. Because what I'm seeing here, like with the potential outcome, is the wheel is turning, the wheel is progressing. There are new horizons to conquer, like new journeys to take, new voyages or adventures to take. And it's a little bit like you're split between completely letting go of the past. Like you just have to, I think, have an inventory of, have you actually let go of the things you said you have let go. Okay. Because there is still it's normal, and it's like you are in the process of grieving certain emotions. You are like grieving the presence or non-presence of some people in your life, or you're grieving the idea of love that you were used to before. Say for example, okay, like that's your model of love from childhood. Your body is grieving that, okay? And that's the conflict here. There is a little bit of conflict, but I think it will progress in your favor. Okay, this will progress in your favor. And you had the Sun on top of the deck, and so like your happiness is going to come. Let's just see, like, this is the potential outcome. If you keep continuing on this healing journey that you're on, it's just gonna follow that course, balancing surrender with the choice and responding to the things that make you happy. Now, as I've said, when I rolled the dice, this like pleasure was also like it just caught my eye. So pleasure, like the things that give you joy, the things that give you happiness, the things, and that's the things you love, right? Like the things that you love is what gives you joy. So responding to that and being very discerning. You will be very, as I've said, you have been very discerning. You're very self-aware about what it is that you're doing at the current moment. You're very aware of where you're at. understanding that it is quite a liminal space. And then there's this card. This is another card that is an addition to this, and it's like the mob, and it's also like not being drawn by the timing and the currents of what people say or how people say love should go. That is just what I'm hearing. Or like how fast you need to heal, or like how fast it's not getting swept up by common sense, if that makes sense. Or like what other people say, like, okay, that's how you heal. Oh, you should be healed by now, you should have been moved on. You are the only one who knows the proper timing here. And yeah, let me see. So these are new cards. I think this is the Soul Symphony. Let's see where we can harmonize. Like, let's just do some confirmation, please. Thank you. Commitment, ravenous, sneaky, insatiable, uncontrollable desire, must have, hunger for pleasure, insatiable, commitment, marriage, soulmate energy, sharing goals, long-term happiness, sneakiness, fake profile, hiding themselves, plotting social media. There might be literal people who are kind of sneaking behind you, or kind of like watching you, like watching the next moves that you make. But right now, like, maybe you are very hungry for that happiness, for the fulfillment of your desires, and it's really that push and pull, I guess, between these two, like having that commitment and then these sneaky shadows that are the sneaky patterns that are still trying to catch up to you. But I think you're very self-aware right now. You're very self-aware in this current moment. And something around fall. Air signs might be... this is a lot of thoughts as well, a lot of communication. Around fall. What's up with around fall? Denial. I think that's the end of denial, is what I'm hearing here. Yeah, because right now it's like that withdrawal, right? So like your body's a little bit of in that stage of denial and fired up, building up emotions, or this is like the grief cycle. Yeah, I think what's gonna happen here is the grief cycle is coming to an end, because you have the world, the immediate future here. Fall is gonna come soon. It is like the tail end of summer, and yeah, the end of that process of grief is nigh, you know, like it's coming, it's at an end, like you're almost there, you are almost there, like that. You've already gone through the stage of denial, you've already gone through the stage of getting angry about it, and you've gone through the stage of grieving about it. And I think what I'm hearing here is like you're on the way to acceptance, okay? And then building your foundation, feeling safe. And when I say feeling safe as well, it's like feeling safe in your own nervous system is what I'm hearing, okay? Let me see. Now let me just draw an angel card to tie this all up together, because it's such a nice, I really, really love this deck. I didn't realize that I would be using this deck so much, but I really love this deck, okay? Let's see. Oh, 07. Compromise, as I've said, self-awareness. Okay, I'll draw these two cards. Compromise, self-awareness, forgiveness, professionalism, empathy, tenacity, and freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges or like the things that are angering you. Express your emotions and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. You're on your way to freedom. You're on your way because you understand that there's like things that, you know, it's like a no-win situation, and it's tearing you apart. Like, do you want like do you want that to be addressed? Like, do you want that to have revenge? Do you like, you want to, you know, I'm hearing the song by Olivia Rodrigo, get that person back, in the sense like get them back for what they've done to you. But it's also understanding that, okay, you have to forgive that. And when you say forgive, it's about like letting go of things. And then 0440, the gut feeling, intuition, betrayal, pessimism, relating, value, insight, increased perception, a love, monogamy. Follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. Remember, you also must bring value to the table. Treat others with respect, or else karma will bite your ass. 3 is a crowd. So I think it's very self-explanatory. You have to treat yourself, and I'm hearing here like it's not just like a third party, like an actual cheating or like third party. There might be like third parties within you, within your mind, and that's your shadow that's kind of like piggybacking onto you subconsciously, and is kind of stopping you from like reaching that compromise, which is like that integration within yourself, like with an agreement and alignment with yourself. Let me just pull another one, actually, just the last one, because you are in that stability, but also like treat others how you would want to be treated. If you want actual love, like this 10 of Cups energy to come into your life, give yourself that love. Okay, 0909, new beginnings, great chance, opportunity, courage, accomplishment, endings, conclusion, and big love. That is beautiful. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. You are good to level. You are completing something major. As I said, you are on the verge of completion, and it feels good to level up, huh? Close the old chapter, a new adventure will unravel. And I think that's the summary of this reading. I think it speaks for itself. So new beginnings are going to come for you, and you just gotta let go of the things that no longer serve you, and be very understanding, be very patient as well with yourself. Be kind to yourself if it's not as fast or as quick the progress that you're making, or like if you feels like, oh, I haven't made as much progress as I thought I would. Be patient with yourself. You're on the verge. It's a very liminal space, I understand, and it's a very uncomfortable space because there's that a lot of uncertainty, and it's kind of the in-between, but you're gonna get there. Okay, and that has been it for your reading. I hope that helped you, and if it did, please do like, share, and most importantly, comment down below if it resonated for you. Now, I intend for this to be a timeless reading, so whenever this finds you, there's a message here for you. Okay, so whenever the algorithm finds you, there's a message here for you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.